Hi everybody, this is Albie from Pasadena, California. For my business partner Elizabeth in Macedonia, we both want to welcome you to this short video to explain to you the difference between a good MLM, a bad MLMs, and how does a pyramid scheme come into the whole thing, and how do you tell the difference? And so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is that I'm not an expert on pyramid schemes or MLM. I don't work for the FTC. I don't work for the government, nothing like that. But having shared with you that disclosure, I have done a lot of research into it. I've also been in over 40 different businesses online over the last 20 years, and because I got taken advantage of by that company and actually saw the FTC take that company down, I have insight into the whole dealings with that company, having seen it from the inside, and then seeing what the FTC did to it and why that all happens, as well as the pros and cons of MLM, and having been part of MLM a long time. But of course, you can be the judge of what you think of my advice concerning MLMs and pyramid schemes. And so let's get into it. All right, so I want to share with you my definition of a pyramid scheme, and this is after extensive research. Looking into what defined a good MLM, network marketing, versus a bad MLM, or what's called a pyramid scheme, and Ponzi schemes, etc. And I was not out there to prove anything. I just wanted to learn what a pyramid scheme really was, and why some companies were considered good and some MLMs were considered bad. So here's my definition of a pyramid scheme for you. If I was going to create a definition of the difference between a good MLM and an illegal MLM or pyramid scheme, from all the resources I've looked into, I would say that an illegal pyramid scheme was one where emphasis in the company was being placed on earning big commissions, primarily from recruiting, whereas a good MLM would be recruiting others and earning because you're excited to share a real product. A real product with legitimate demand being the real foundation of that business. And I'm actually going to spend the next part of this video going into detail about businesses that I am in and looking at them, and then looking at what all the different sources out there that have, including from the FTC, that go into what a pyramid scheme really is, and sharing with you all these so you can actually see for yourself if you agree with this statement or not. To get started, I actually had a personal reason why I was so interested to be able to, study multi-level marketing and pyramid schemes, so that I could actually, make sure that I'm walking down a path that's solid. And I'm with 3 different companies I promote actively. They are. I honestly don't do network marketing as far as, talking to friends and family or encouraging much of that really much anymore, even though I am part of a company that does that. Honestly, I'm more of an online marketer. I use real marketing strategies such as email marketing and advertising to find my clients and to connect with people and bring in business. Okay, but I do actually work with 3 companies, and I honestly had to take a really good look at each of these companies, and kind of put them up against the facts, right? And I'll show you real quick a little bit about each one of these. The first one is the Power Lead system, and even though the Power Lead system does not claim or admit to be an MLM, however, most MLMs, which the name derives, multi-level marketing, pay out on multiple levels. And, to be honest, the Power Lead system pays out on its, pays out to me when I bring in a new person, but it also pays out 50% override on my next level down, So, there is one level down that the power lead system pays off, and that's honestly, I don't see any problem with that at all. In fact, I don't see any problem with multi-level marketing at all either, as long as the pay structure actually makes real sense and that there's real mathematical accountability as to where all the money is going. An example of this is another company that I promote called Global Domains International, or GDI. And let me just show you their logo here, right? And one of the things that, I've been working with GDI for a long time. They're a great company, one of the top fastest growing companies in the United States a few years ago. And I really like this company. And one of the things about GDI is that they if you look at their compensation plan, it's very easy to understand. That's why I want to share it with you really quick. Basically you're paying $10 for GDI a month, and they give you a website, they give you hosting, on quite a few subdomains, and there's a whole bunch of other things. They give you email and a whole bunch of other things as well. So the product is good. I've had a lot of people inside my downline that just use the product itself. All right. However, you pay $10 for GDI, and out of that $10, they use $5 for their expenses for whatever they're going to use for profit, expenses, etc. And then they pay out $1 each month to each of 5 levels, so that equals $10 altogether, right? And it's really easy to see where the money's going. If you're on level 1, you get $1. If you're level 2, you get $1. Level 3. So the thing is that if someone on my level 5, if I recruit somebody, or somebody in my team recruits somebody and they're 5 levels down, the person who made the sale is going to get $1. Their sponsor is going to get $1. The person above that's going to get $1, and eventually I'm going to get $1 too, as long as I put in 5 levels. Okay, if it's 6 levels, I'm not going to get paid, right? So it's very easy to see how everyone, five people get $1 from a $10 sale. All right, and that's, I have no problems with that at all. And of course, if there's no one above you, if there's no levels above that person, then the money will go to GDI itself. Honestly, their product is good. They have good websites. They connect it very nicely with WordPress, and I use those websites all the time. So I'm a believer in what I'm selling here. The next product that or service that I sell is called the Prosperity Marketing System. And the Prosperity Marketing System is basically a system. Let me open it up here a little bit so you can see. Actually, I can log in for you as well. Give me a second here. But it's an actual marketing system that it's a funnel. Actually allows you to promote a lot of different products on your website, and it has a lot of great training, and allows you to modify your training, to your prospect, to your members. And I find it very valuable. I love it. Since the first time I ever saw it, I appreciated it. I liked it, and so I like the service. I like the compensation plan, and so I promote it. All right. So those are the 3 that I promote, and so a couple more details about these businesses. The Prosperity Marketing System has a very interesting compensation plan. You pay $12 and you actually earn 10 on every person that joins you. And honestly, most companies where you earn 100% commission, you have to be careful, because you have to say to yourself, if a company is giving out more than 75% commissions, then how are they actually able to pay themselves, right? And that's a really important question. But Darren actually has set it up inside so that every person coming into the Prosperity Marketing System is able to earn that 100% income, right from the very beginning, and including him. So when he markets this system, he earns 100%, and when I market it, I am able to earn the same 100% from it as well. There's a $2 goes to the extra fees and stuff that are involved. So it's one of the few systems where 100% income actually makes sense. And of course, you can go inside and actually see the compensation plan, and of course, you can always Google the compensation plan by going to prosperity marketing system compensation plan video, and you'll actually see this video right here, and this actually goes into it, explains it, and you can understand what it's talking about. Okay, so also I want to share with you about the Power Lead system. One of the things about the Power Lead system is that I use the Power Lead system every single day, and I really love it for what it has. It has awesome website. You have unlimited subdomains, and I literally go inside the Power Lead system, create new domains, create new funnels. I use it for tracking, for building ads. I use it for so many things. So I love the product inside the Power Lead system, and it's only one of the only few programs that I can actually teach all 5 critical skills how to earn consistently with, because it has all the tools that you need to be able to teach all 5 skills to my team. And so that's another reason I love the Power Lead system. The Power Lead system also has a really awesome compensation plan, and so I like that about the Power Lead system as well. Okay, so in summing up the different business opportunities that I'm in personally, one of the things that I found is that it's always good to go back and look at when the company actually was founded and how long it's been around, and that actually gives a lot of credibility to the company, how long they've been around and kind of service they've provided. You can see that inside the Global Domains International, or GDI, that they've been around a long time. They've been around since 1999, right? And with the Prosperity Marketing System, they've also been around very long. They've been around since 2009. It says the Prosperity Marketing System is one of the oldest operating sales funnel, and claims it has every single thing you need to make money. All right, with the Power Lead system, Power Lead system's been around a long time too. Actually, it was Priceless Possibilities was actually behind the Power Lead system, and that was created in 1996. However, the actual Power Lead system itself, which is built on Priceless Possibilities, was actually founded in 2013. So it's been around a long time also. With all 3 of these companies, Elizabeth and I have been able to earn consistently income every month, and we get paid the Power Lead system every week, and we make a lot more than what we spend inside the Power Lead system. Same with GDI, we get paid once a month with that, and we also get paid every month with the Prosperity Marketing System. And in all these systems that we use, we make 10 times more than what we pay into them. Of all these 3 companies, only GDI, in my opinion, resembles anything that of what a real network marketing or multi-level marketing company really represents, because they actually pay out 5 levels down. This is definitely not true for the Power Lead system or the Prosperity Marketing System. In addition, the only reason that we actually earn consistently with these three companies is because of the marketing skills that we learned. and we actually teach these skills and have an online course to actually help teach our team what these skills are and how to implement them into their daily business lives. These skills actually have nothing to do with network marketing or talking to your friends and family or anything like that. Were taught to us from a seven-figure income earner, and are real marketing skills that we had to learn and master to begin to earn consistently. All right, so now I've showed you a few of my personal businesses that I'm in. I want to show you a little bit about a business that I used to be in that I did not have results with. And, you know, with the Power Lead system, with the Prosperity Marketing system, with GDI, Elizabeth and myself have earned over and over and over again for a long time with these businesses and feel confident that they are grounded and solid companies. But this program that I want to share with you right now, I actually paid a lot of money to actually get inside of it, called MOBE. And so it actually stands for My Online Business Education. And, you know, it actually had a really lot of good things to it. But let me play just a really fast clip from this video.
Hi everyone, welcome to this video. If you're joining me today, you clicked on this video because you were interested in finding out more about the, obviously the FTC shutdown of the company Mlm. It was an online business and training site that people could be affiliated with and earn income with. And before I get into this video, I want you to know, number one, if you were impacted by the shutdown of Mlm, that my sincerest condolences or apologies go out to you, because my husband and I were actually impacted by a similar FTC shutdown of a company that we were involved in. It was our first online business that we got involved in about 6 months ago.
Okay, thank you. That was really a great video. Actually, watching it to the end actually had a very encouraging point to that video. And if you want to check it out, just feel free to Google it and watch your whole presentation. What she encouraged you was that, you know, there's a lot of good companies out there, even though there are some bad ones too. Okay, so I wanted to share with you a little bit about Mlm and why the FTC actually shut it down. You know, and I'm not an expert on all the details of exactly what actually happened, but I can give you my inside opinion. You know, as being a customer of Mlm, having paid Mlm a lot of money, and then having lost it when the FTC shut it down. You know, one of the things I noticed about Mlm is that they had very high ticket items, and you know, I don't believe there's anything wrong with high ticket items as long as the actual products, you know, match what's being paid for, and that there's some kind of demand for those products. You know, I believe that those products were being sold for, you know, $2,000 all the way up to $10,000 and possibly higher. But honestly, I believe that those products were being sold so that you could earn, not so much that you could learn, even though learning was important too to Mlm. You know, I thought Mlm actually had some really great things about it, but in, you know, looking at what the FTC was looking at, I was thinking that, you know, most of the people that bought those products bought them only because they wanted to earn from them, not because the actual product supported itself, if that makes any sense. Okay, the actual product needs to support itself. It needs to be being bought not because of earning from it, but because of learning from it. If you're going to sell a course, you know, obviously you want to sell the course first of all because of the content of what it actually offers you, not because you can earn from it. Okay, and so that was the actual no-no that I learned from Mlm. The interesting thing about Mlm was that they're not even really an MLM. They honestly did not sell on multi-levels, from what I know. The other thing is that, you know, just because you're you're learning from something, you know, there is a balance again to this. You know, if people are only buying it to earn from it, they're not buying it to learn from it. That's the big difference here. So earning from something, there's nothing wrong with that, but as long as the actual product is in demand and that actually people really want to learn from it too. Okay, so now that you know the personal reasons why I was so interested in finding out about multi-level marketing, pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, let me share a little bit more about actually what those really look like in real life, and so let's get into it. Well, I want to actually share with you some different viewpoints on MLM and pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes, etc. You know, the FTC is kind of like a protection in the United States against, you know, companies that are trying to hurt customers or hurt business. And one of the things that the FTC has done is try to, you know, create an environment where business is actually working based on demand, right? And some of the things about, you know, MLM or especially pyramid schemes is that, you know, there's nothing wrong with salesmen or salespeople, but, you know, obviously salespeople can be very good at what they do. So let me give you a rundown of what I'm talking about here. You know, just imagine that, you know, that you get somebody shows you this really great opportunity to make money, you know, and you have to pay, you know, $1,000 to get inside of it. And you get inside, you pay $1,000, and then you go out there and you're told, you know, to recruit other people. And every time you recruit them, you're going to earn $1,000. So you go out there and you recruit people and you say, hey, you know what? There's a really great opportunity. All you have to do is recruit somebody and you'll earn $1,000. Okay, and you know, honestly, we haven't even talked about the product, right? What it's all about is just recruiting for the money. And every time you get in, you get money, right? And you know, in actual fact, you know, you're earning just a portion of what actually is being paid out. All right, so if you're earning $1,000, then the actual price of getting in is probably $1,500 or something, and so, you know, the money's getting spread around. But there's actually no product that's actually, and of course you could have some product in the back end that's not very good or that people don't really care about, you know, or that that's not the real strategy. That's not the real thing of why people are joining this. The people are joining this because once they recruit someone, they're going to make that $1,000. See what I'm saying? So it's really not based on the product itself. And so actually where the money's coming from is actually by recruiting new people instead of actually, you know, allowing a product to actually be the center of that whole business, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, demand is what makes a business work. You know, when you go to the store and you buy a Dr. Pepper or you buy a Snickers or you buy a Reese's or a Hershey's, you know, there's demand for those products. You know, a light bulb, you know, obviously for your house. There's food, there's demand for your food in your house. There's a demand for housing with real estate, or apartments. You know, there's always demand for these things, and this is what creates good business, okay? But when you have people going out there that are just recruiting for the sake of recruiting and earning for, you know, and getting paid just for recruiting without there actually being some real product behind it, that's what actually is so detrimental to an economy, right? So let me actually share with you some facts from the FTC's website. You know, when you scroll down here, let me open this up a little bit so you can actually see a little bit more about what the FTC is saying here. All right, so one of the things I noticed when I was reading through this, through the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission's website about MLM, was there was a good example, and I want to share things that you can try to understand and grasp here instead of just giving you lots of facts that are kind of out there that will take time to figure out. But the FTC's case against Burn Lounge, hopefully I'm saying that name right, provides an example. Burn Lounge argued that its participants bought product packages consisting of sales websites and music-related merchandise because they wanted to use the merchandise. When Burn Lounge product packages were untied, and that's the actual key word right there, is untied, from the business opportunity, however, monthly sales of these packages plummeted by almost 98%. At most, actual demand was responsible for only a small minority of package sales, and Burn Lounge was found to have an unfair or deceptive compensation structure. So, from what you can gather from this, what was happening is that, the actual product was not in demand, right? As you can see, because sales dropped by 98% when they stopped trying to sell it just as a business opportunity. When they were actually trying to sell it for the actual bonuses of the actual package itself, or the actual product, people weren't interested. What was happening here, and this is just my opinion, but what was actually happening here was that people were getting paid for recruiting people, but the actual package the actual product was not really valued, right? Because as soon as people weren't getting paid to recruit other people, then they dropped buying, using it. So there's not really much demand here. Okay, so that's really important. And, I've looked through over probably 20 different websites about MLMs and different pyramid schemes. And let me share a few of my findings with you about them. Okay, so this is an article inside of Quora that's basically about why is an MLM completely banned in the USA. And here's a little quote about it. What is not legit is running a business that doesn't provide anything and is dependent on customers bringing in other customers and depositing money. And that's the key area right there, depositing money. All right, that's called a pyramid scheme, or the original Ponzi scheme. All direct selling companies that are members of Direct Selling Association are genuine companies that sell real products and services. Okay. And he goes on to say, I've had more than 20 years running sales teams, and when I employ a rep, they are put through rigorous product and selling skills training, and they are monitored and coached. Obviously, in order to, why? So that they can actually sell the product, not so much the recruiting. There's nothing wrong with recruiting, and there's nothing wrong with salespeople. And, but what is unhealthy is, a scheme, an actual idea to try to get money, just from recruiting itself, and not really recruiting for, a real product. And honestly, the FTC is trying to weed out, products that really don't have demand, and people just trying to earn money from recruiting only. So the next question is, are all MLMs bad? And honestly, when I was studying about, MLMs and pyramid schemes and everything, there are some people that completely believe that MLM is just completely unethical, that it's bad, that it's harmful, that it just should be completely wiped off the earth. And as you can see from this article right here, this is a case for and against multi-level marketing. And, this guy's findings are just incredible. He goes into amazing detail about all the, I have to say, all the negatives of network marketing and MLM and the whole thing. And basically, kind of throws a lot of stones at it. And honestly, there's a lot of really good information in here about what's negative, what's bad about it. So even though this is really great information, that we can all learn from, and and business can make the MLM programs better, from learning from our mistakes in the past. At the same time, I don't believe that this article really takes into account that these people that join MLMs, they're not employees, they're not getting paid as employees. They're not getting, they're not kept accountable to get trained as employees. I mean, yeah, the company can encourage them to get trained, but it has no way to, say if you don't come in and get trained, you're fired. It has no way of, so it has no way of paying them consistent, like an actual salary. It doesn't have any way of keeping them accountable to get trained. And it has no way of keeping them accountable to set hours, So you can come in and do what you can basically do your business whatever time you want, or not do it. And so a lot of people, they're not self-disciplined. They're not getting paid a salary for this. They're not getting kept accountable to get trained. So what can you expect from a lot of people? A lot of people are just going to come in and hardly do anything, and of course they are thinking that they're going to make a lot of money, but they it always comes down to, well, how are you going to what self-discipline do you have, and what kind of work are you going to put in to create that? And so those are all very different factors that you're not going to find inside a franchise. In a franchise you have employees who are kept accountable to all these things, right? And I'm just glad, because I know that that the FTC knows all this information already, and still they have not decided that MLMs are bad. They do of course agree that pyramid schemes are bad, but they have, thankfully, we have a country that allows you to create a great system where you can create leverage and create a way to create higher earnings than just working for a job, right? So in that respect, I have to say that even though this is good, I'm really glad that Guy shared what he did about network marketing and MLM, and we can learn from this. I don't think that it takes into account how people, the psychology of how people are when they have no one to, not an employer or a boss in front of them to keep them accountable. As you can see from this guy, his article, The Moral and Ethical Argument Against Multi-Level Marketing, and then he says, although MLM is legal, it is unethical. All right, and so he goes into a whole thing about how it's unethical to actually do multi-level marketing. However, this article, I don't think he could support his claims at all. And I would feel like it's even worth even going through the article to share it with you, as the arguments do not seem to be supported very well at all. You can look at some of the 5 big advantages that MLM bring to all businesses as well as individuals. Low risk, huge potential income, low operating costs, attainable freedom, portability. These are just a few of the things. And one of the things I've noticed in life is that people need hope, right? So even though what I was just saying about recruiting and salespeople, was kind of on the negative side, on the positive side, people need to, they want hope. They want to be able to retire. They want to be able to actually make some really good money, and not only that, but they have dreams of being able to better their lifestyle and be able to do something amazing and awesome with their life, which I have nothing against. Having visionary And so, some of these articles that completely want to destroy MLM, in my opinion, they are destroying the ability to be able to create leverage, and the ability to create residual income, their ability to be able to create a business where you can actually create time freedom for yourself, and be able to do things that increase your lifestyle. And all business, there's positives and negatives. There's positives and negatives of franchises. The positive of a franchise is that it's something that creates, like Burger King or McDonald's. It allows chains to open up that people respect, and that they feel like there's a good product there that they can participate in and get their food quickly. The negative side is that it costs so much money to open a franchise. I mean, you're talking in the millions, easily, and a lot of that money has to be put up front. And most people don't have millions to be able to just throw at a business opportunity. So MLMs and network marketing and affiliate products offer you that ability to create leverage for yourself where there might not be any that opportunity if you were in something else. As you can see in this article from Quora, let me make sure you can see all that. Let me give you a loose analogy. Ford once made a car called a Pinto that would catch on fire in rear collisions. I don't think anyone called for all cars to be made illegal. Why? Because we aren't dumb enough to believe that a bad example means all examples are bad, right? This is not an apple barrel. And two, we all know there's risk in driving. Almost all other forms of transportation are safer, right? So, no, we buy cars because of the opportunity they give us to get somewhere more quickly with less effort, taking advantage of the great efforts that have been made by the manufacturer to have the car work as well as it can in reality. The reality where some people drive poorly, some too fast, some too slow, and some fall asleep at the wheel or even run people over on purpose. All right, so those are the negatives, but the positives are that, that you can, get us somewhere more quickly with less effort, right? And that, that's awesome. That's a good thing about a car. All right, the same is true with MLM. It provides an opportunity, right, to earn money that one might not otherwise be able to earn money faster than in many job and careers, to take advantage of the time and expense put into products by the manufacturer who is then willing to share sales profits, okay, to become an influence and provide for your family better, to gain independence and freedom that many people may not ever have otherwise, and that's just what I was just sharing with you just now, to have more free time to do things you love, such as travel. The list goes on and on. And does it all do all these things for everyone who gets involved? Nope, right? And that's a big nope. But the opportunity is there at a low entry cost, low risk, and high potential for return on investment. There's no business that is guaranteed that guarantees success. That's really true. All take time and effort, and for those who don't know it already, it usually takes a lot of money to start a business, and 8 out of 10 fail in the first 18 months. There's some stats for you, right? I don't see or hear anyone asking why all those other types of businesses are legal or illegal, all right? And in some, get real and make some effort to learn about the topic before coming to a conclusion. Okay? All right, so that's a really good article. All right, here's another article on Quora, why is MLM legit? Right? And answer. Not too many years ago, before the MLM industry reached its state of relative compliance maturity, a number of companies were shut down due to compensation schemes based on recruiting for the purpose of earning, and here we go again, not for the purpose of the sale of products or services. And again, you can see this keeps popping up everywhere, on every website, is how the pyramid schemes are not actually, the focus is not on the sale of products or services, and the demand that those products and services are creating, right? The above describes a common and illegal pyramid scheme. Legal pyramid-based MLM earnings firms, and there are many, and that's good. For example, DSA, or Direct Selling Association member companies, are well run and perfectly legal. Google the name of the 100 largest multi-level marketing companies in the world. Quite a few household names appear, and that too is good. All right, MLM has earned its place in the world of global commerce as an essential industry, and also that is good. But as I will develop herein, much remains to be done about this. That means that there's still a lot of problems with MLMs. Okay? So one more time, just to emphasize this point, here we go. What is the difference between illegal Ponzi schemes versus multi-level marketing? And here's the answer that Cora gave us on a different page by a different writer. Pyramid schemes tend to be characterized by very high upfront costs, and there you go. That's the actual money what they're earning for recruiting. No real product or service that can be marked outside of the distributor base. The money is paid for sponsoring because there's no market. And law enforcement is usually aware of pyramids. A pyramid scheme usually collapses after a couple years. Okay? Okay, so here's 12 pros and cons of network marketing. One, it's a way to share a product or service that people are truly passionate about. Okay? A good example is Plexus, or the pink drink. Social networking is filled with success stories of people who have lost weight and experienced more energy with this product. They love it so much that they become representatives of the product. There's no ignoring the fact that when people are passionate about something, they're able to sell it more effectively. And, I'm going to get back to this article, but I want to show you a person inside of Herbalife who will say basically the same thing. So this author named Donna Bogle, nutritionist and fitness coach at Herbalife, 2015 to the present, he says, I'm an Herbalife distributor at the supervisor level. The advantages of using Herbalife inner and outer nutrition are amazing from my own experience. I have lost weight, gained shape, and body I never knew existed. My confidence and self-esteem have been improved. My hair, skin, and nails have certainly grown from the intake of good nutrition. My skin is rejuvenated and refreshed. I assist persons to succeed at living their healthiest life by using Herbalife cellular nutrition. Our global nutrition philosophy is that of balanced nutrition and active lifestyle should be paired with a personalized nutrition plan. Our main focus is balanced nutrition, healthy aging lifestyle, and personalized programs. The products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. My only disadvantage is that all the supplements are not available in my country. Thanks for your question. All right. If you look up, Herbalife, and you Google it, you can actually see lots and lots of disputes. And, if you were to go in here and put, the good and bad of Herbalife, MLM, you're actually going to see a lot of pluses and a lot of negative, right? And it's just crazy how much stuff is out there, good and bad. Herbalife scam or not, how good, bad is Herbalife? There's a lot of stuff that tears down at Herbalife, and there's a lot of good stuff too. If you actually look at some of the best performing, MLMs, you can see Amway has made $8.4 billion, in 2019. Herbalife was $4.9 billion. Avon $4.76 billion, and on, right? So, so there's definitely a lot of good and bad. But let's go back into the 12 pros and cons of network marketing. All right, it's a way to share a product or service that people are truly passionate about. It can be an easy way to start a business opportunity. Provides people with more time at home. All right, there's a chance to leverage your income through network marketing. The wheel doesn't have to be reinvented to make money, right? Mentorship is often a key component of the network marketing experience, and that's very much true. This whole mentorship thing really changed my life, actually. Most people don't get rich through network marketing, and this is very true. The truth is that most people don't even make a part-time income through network marketing. The problem is that there are no territorial restrictions with most MLM organizations. You want to be a representative, then pay the fee and you become a representative. This creates competition pockets that saturate markets with represented goods or services and limited profitability. Most network marketing sales are face-to-face. All right. It says less than 6% of MLM sales occur on the internet. In comparison, about 80% of sales happen on face-to-face meeting. And honestly, I love working online, and even though I'm very good at talking to people and creating sales in the network marketing world, I also don't like it very much. Another thing is it takes time to grow, right? It might seem like an easy way to make money, but as an independent representative, what you're basically doing is creating your own business without it officially being your own business. You get promotional materials, access to experienced team, and maybe even a customized website, but the best product in the world won't sell it if people don't know about it. It takes time to grow a network marketing presence just like it does any other business, and that is time some people may not have. There's a lot of rejection involved. There are many network marketing scams, right? It can sometimes be difficult to determine when something is real or something just a scam with a modern network marketing. If there's a tangible, and here we go again, if there's a tangible product or service being sold, then the opportunity is usually safe. If investments are being requested for no real return at all except for information, then that is something to be avoided. Right? Alienation is easy with any network marketing opportunity, and being involved in something that has any appearance of a scam will ruin the business opportunity. Another negative is sponsors aren't always good mentors. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and any good new blood coming into a network marketing opportunity is a potential threat. Pros and cons of network marketing show that it can be a potentially profitable experience, but it usually takes more work than most people anticipate taking to create the profit. Okay, so that was a pretty good article on the pros and cons. So I want to go into one more article here really quick about pyramid schemes and MLM, right? And they're talking primarily about Herbalife, but I think there's a lot of truth to just MLMs in general. It is legal, and yes, it can be awkwardly similar to an illegal pyramid scheme. In case you don't know, a pyramid is an unlawful business that makes money out of recruiting people, charging them buy-in fees. It doesn't generate real income out of any other profitable activity. Now, an MLM can charge you a fee, but usually if it's more than $100, there could be a red flag, right? So you need to be aware of that, all right? Usually there is a cost to starting your own business, and that has to be understood. Okay, so just a little side note there from me. Also, I can actually show you some websites where that backs what I just said, but let's continue. If you manage a pyramid, you take the money from newcomers to pay yourself and some of the first distributors, and that's why you always need to be recruiting. The main difference between a legitimate MLM and an illegal pyramid can be how they make most of their money. And that's really, key right there. If the company focuses more on recruiting tactics than sales, it may be a pyramid scheme. It's illegal because it usually sells a promising business opportunity with high returns in a short time, when in reality most people that get involved lose money. But if the business focuses on selling goods or services and makes most of the revenue out of those sales, then it probably is a good MLM. Yes, the line can be intangible at times, even for the authorities to understand. Okay, so there you go on that. Again, the real crux of all this, to encourage real demand for real products, right? And that's basically the whole the center, the core of business is an actual product or service that creates real demand. Again, not some MLMs are good and some MLMs are not. Right here underneath, why are MLMs not illegal? Simply, MLM is not completely banned because many companies exist that provide good products or services that others are willing to purchase. It is not banned in the U.S. because there are legitimate companies out there that do offer fantastic products. Okay, so I want to share with you real quick an article that Elizabetta wrote that kind of sums up a lot of what I've said already, and let me share that with you right now. Hi, this is Elizabetta, and I'm here to help you be successful with your online business. You're receiving this email because you joined my traffic club, requested information from one of my lead capture pages, joined a site with me as your sponsor, and this is one of her emails that she wrote out to her email list. Let's go on a journey to have more success and more traffic. I'll be your guide. One of the programs I actively promote is GDI Team Elite. I get a lot of emails from unemployed people and single parents asking me if the program is a scam or actually works. I always let them know that it's working very well for me. I get asked the question so many times I decided to write a list of things to look for to avoid scam online programs. I hope that will help you when you're thinking about joining a new program. Here's how to avoid scam programs. 1. If the program doesn't have real product or service to sell, don't join it. If there's no actual product or service, it's nothing more than a scam. If a money-making program has no product that people are purchasing, then it's considered a Ponzi scheme by the government was shut down. One of the opportunities I promote is GDI. It offers website domains, hosting, 10 email accounts, and affiliate program which pays to the 5th level. It's one of the fastest growing MLM companies of the Inc. 500 listing. If the program talks about getting rich quickly without work, it is another scam. Okay, that's number 2. There are a lot of fake ads on internet claiming that you can become rich quickly with a small investment of time and money. Being successful will require you to spend some money and be patient for the long-term building of your business. If an opportunity says that it is quick and easy to make money, then beware. 3. Avoid fake training programs. There are a lot of training programs which are conducted by people without experience. You don't want a 20-year-old life coach. You need to check using Google search and other research if the person offering the training truly has the experience and success they are showing online. Not that there's anything wrong with 20-year-olds, but you want to just make sure that that this person really has the experience and the understanding to be able to coach you. When you decide to invest in yourself, you must choose the best training. 4. Avoid programs which promise you everything on autopilot. This goes along with number 2. Being successful is hard and will require time and lots of learning. If you don't work at least 3 or 4 hours a day, you will never succeed. If you're not willing to learn new skills, you will never succeed. Legitimate online marketing takes a bit of time to learn. You can make money from it, but it does not happen overnight. You need a strategy and you need to implement it well before you make any income. 5. Avoid programs which offer you large commissions. If a program is offering 75% commissions, then the product is probably not good because they are not investing in the program itself, right? Creating good products and programs are expensive, so they need to give all the money to the they need to not give all the money to the affiliates, right? So that makes sense, right? Always check if the program has a legitimate website. All reputable programs have a professional website. If there's no website, this should be a red flag for you. If you follow these tips, it will help to make sure you don't get caught up in an affiliate marketing scam. Hope that helps. Sincerely, Elizabetta. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about how, in life, there's people that use things for good, and there's people that use things for bad. And with any business, there's good people inside of it and there's bad people inside of it. There's people that abuse the system and there's people that don't abuse it, and so it's kind of like that definition of a car that we were talking about, how just because a car can be used for bad, it can also be used for good, and that doesn't mean that you need to throw it out, so I just want to share that with you. There's always going to be people that are completely against, network marketing, multi-level marketing, because of the bad that happens. But honestly, there's bad in everything. There's bad in the stock market. Are we going to get rid of the stock market because of all the Ponzi schemes and things that have happened with the stock market? So I just want to encourage you to have a balance. To understand that things can be good and bad, and just because MLM has had things that have bad happened in it, it doesn't mean that you need to destroy someone's hopes and dreams of being able to better their lifestyle. Not everybody can, like I said earlier, not everybody can afford a franchise. Not everybody can afford to buy lots of stocks. When you buy just $100 or $200 worth of stocks in the stock market, it's really not going to. You're usually, unless you get extremely lucky, most likely you're not going to make much money from it. Yeah, you might make a little bit, and if you're good, you might eventually be able to learn how to double your money and then keep doubling it. But it takes time and practice and skill, and to learn how to do it that way. So not everybody can afford to just throw 10,000 or more into the stock market or a business or whatever. So there's a lot of, at least from my opinion, there's a lot of good that can be said about MLM, and there's also bad things that can be said about it too. So I hope that helps you, give you some understanding of MLM, and honestly, you want to watch out, of course, for pyramid schemes, which are honestly is a company that does not have a real product that's in demand, that and they're focused just on recruiting, and then you earning from those big commissions that you get from simply recruiting. And you want to stay away from that. You want to work with a company that has a real product, that has demand, that has people actually want it, that it could stand on its own. People would buy it, whether or not it was involved with an opportunity or not, and that of course, people want to make money. They do want to make money from selling it, right? And they want to make good money. So, I don't see anything wrong with setting up a good compensation plan where you eventually can, have a lot of distributors or affiliates underneath you, where you're actually earning from their work. That's how businesses run. You have the CEO who makes the most money. If you want to talk about pyramids, just a regular business is a pyramid. I mean, obviously the boss is going to make a lot more, and the president's going to make more than the guy at the bottom. But again, the guy at the bottom should be making something. A lot of MLM companies, sometimes people at the bottom aren't even making anything. Of course, an MLM is by its own standards, people are salespeople, and they're getting in and they earn from their sales. And so, it's not a job where people are getting paid to actually do a service. Okay, so there's a big, difference between a conventional business where you're actually working as a job and getting paid to do a service, and a person who's actually a salesperson who only earns from their sales. And a lot of people, they get inside of a business, and then of course they don't want to work because they're not getting paid unless they actually produce a sale, and people give up. A lot of people give up very easily, very quickly on their dreams because of the work involved, and because they're not getting paid right away just because they did some service. And sales is not always easy, and sometimes you can't guarantee that you're going to get a sale. All right, I hope this was really helpful for you. From Elizabeth and myself, we wish you the best. Any questions, feel free to email us at SailingWithAlbie@gmail.com. And that's spelled sailing like you go sailing on the ocean, with, W-I-T-H, and Albie is spelled A-L-B as in boy, I-E, SailingWithAlbie@gmail.com. And you can also find both of our Elizabeth and my email in the information below this video. Have a great day. Talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.